Air India has now issued a very stern warning to its airing employees. In a letter to its employees, the CMD of Air India, Aravind Jadhav, has said the following, and I quote, that the gravity of the situation has not seemingly sunk in all of us. Many of us continue to believe that our financial requirements can be met by taking loans endlessly and that financial situation is not that grave. He's further added that we should all be prepared to face the impact of harsh decision that will be required to be taken to meet the current situation. There can be no escape from the harsh realities, and we also need to make a choice between austerity and being oblivion to the present scenario. So that's an open letter written by Air India Chief Aravind Jadhav to his employees. Remember, the employees were planning a token strike between 2 and 4 this afternoon, a flash strike across key centres in the country, and this because of non-payment of salaries. Air India management, of course, has maintained that the salary could not be paid on time because they were working on the modalities and there were some systemic errors in giving out the salaries. And now there are reports that because of the strike perhaps that they were planning, it's a strong ultimatum from the Air India chief saying, and I quote, that the gravity of the situation has not sunk in all of us. Many of us continue to believe that our financial requirements can be met by taking loans endlessly, and the financial situation is not that grave. We should be prepared to face the impact of harsh decisions that will be required to be taken to meet the current situation. So let me go across now to Shikha as well as Kashif. Shikha, really some tough talking required at this hour because, you know, the employees have been threatening to go on strike every now and then when there's actually an ultimatum from the aviation minister that you better increase your productivity or they could be facing severe consequences.
That's right, Harishri. We've heard some very tough talking both from the AI management and also the civil aviation minister. And of course, despite that, the unions have today gone on strike. This is, of course, a token strike, and it started at 1 o'clock. As you can see behind me, around hundreds of employees have gathered. These are part of two unions, ACEU and AIG. So of course, the membership runs into thousands of people. But at this point of time, we have seen an assembly of almost 400 to 500 employees, and they are all, of course, part of the ground handling staff. This is the non-technical employees who have gone on strike. There is the cabin crew and the catering staff, a lot of mix of employees that are there. The reason they say that they've chosen this time from 1 to 3 is that this is not really a rush hour. This is a lean period when there are not very many aircrafts taking off. For example, there is only one international flight, an Air India flight to London, that is 111 flight. And but of course, the management has been saying that this strike which the employees have called for will not really affect any of their services, and that they will be able to hand this crisis, or that is for these 2 hours today. Harishri?
Sure.